first thing. You can go back. You can go back at. No. Hello and welcome to Elmhurst, Illinois, where it's the York baseball field where the York Dukes kind of host the Immaculate Conception Catholic Prep Knights here, playing at the home field, but actually the York Dukes are the away team in today's matchup alongside Griffin, Hanna. My name is Connor Choi, and we're going to get pregame underway here, but first we've got a special guest joining us. It's York Dukes varsity pitcher Jacob Perry. Jacob, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course, and over spring break, the Dukes picked up a really nice win over Lincoln Way Central. That's a top 10 team. That's an upset. They were number 6 at the time. Just kind of talk about how that win has been a big part in the early successes of your guys' season so far.
You know, we lost to them last year when Sloan pitched, and I think we kind of wanted revenge. We had a lot of momentum coming in because we walked off Waubonsie with 5 runs in the 7th inning, so we were kind of riding high, and we took that into that game. They obviously thought that they were just going to roll over us, and Bodak threw a gem, 5 scoreless. We had big-time appearances from the bullpen out of Riggs and Pop, and we just, pieced together some hits when we needed to. Marco has had a great start to the season, and it was just a huge team win. We went in kind of not knowing. We expected to win, but we didn't know how good they were going to be. Obviously, we see all the rankings. They're number 5 by the Tribune and stuff. But we went in and took care of business, and it's definitely been our biggest win so far.
Speaking of Jack Bodak, he gets the nod in today's matchup. What is he going to have to do to get started early?
He's just going to have to pound the zone. The killer is always walks in high school baseball. So if he can locate in the zone, he gets a lot of weak contact, especially on the ground. So if he could pair that, fastball with a little bit of arm side run with a good slider, I think he's going to have success in the early innings. And offense just needs to get him some run support. We should be good, getting good.
Talking about the offense, I've talked to a couple of the guys on the team. You guys have been they've all been vocal about this offense needs to find more consistency throughout. You guys know that you can put up double-digit runs on any given night, but you guys also have acknowledged that in these first few games of the season, as we're approaching, I think this is game number 10, where you guys have seen some inconsistencies in the offense. It's been some slow starts. You guys put up 6 runs in 1 inning, which sounds great, but you were down 3 runs heading into the 7th inning against Hinsdale South. And then there's been some other ones. I feel like the guys thought 8 runs is a lot, but I feel like you guys thought you should have put up more in your first conference game of the year against Proviso West. Just what do you think the team as a whole is going to have to do to kind of smooth things out and feature a more consistent offensive performance throughout the year?
Yeah, they've definitely been coming in and putting in the work, hitting. I think the biggest thing is cutting down on the strikeouts a little bit. But, as you said, we had – even against Waubonsie, we were no hit for 5 2/3 innings, and then 7th inning comes, we score 5 and walk them off. But obviously, it would have been great to spread that type of hitting around the game, but sometimes that's not how the ball rolls. But I think we're doing a lot better. We struggled a little bit with situational hitting, but we're doing a good job just putting the ball on the ground with a guy at third and getting those runs in. And I think in terms of consistency, that'll come. It's hard to hit in the cold. We're coming out here 3 layers on. It's 20 degrees, so that it's hard to hit in that. So I think as the weather gets warmer, it'll become more consistent. But I know all the guys are working their tails off to get the offense where we want it to be.
Well, it's been an impressive start to the season. You guys are only continuing to rack up more wins. Conference play, you guys are going to get in the heart of conference play coming up soon. Just what's your mindset going into what is going to be the hardest part of your schedule, and you guys are going to have to face off against teams like OPRF, who they're flashing a potential first-round draft pick. You have a really good starting pitcher in Tucker King, and that from Lyons Township, and then Hinsdale Central all around. It's probably has the best team on paper, and Downers Grove North, I can't remember the last time they didn't put a great assortment of 9 guys on a baseball diamond. So what's the mindset going into this conference play, especially as this is probably a team that has a real shot to win conference or do very well in conference play as well?
Yeah, I would argue that we're in the strongest conference in the state. We're definitely in the strongest public school conference in the state. Obviously, and I mean, even not mentioning Glenbard, I mean, that's a solid team too. But I think our outlook is, win 2 games. You can't first off, you can't allow yourself to get swept, but you also can't allow yourself to get too, you got to sweep everyone. We just got to win the series. But we're going to face good arms. We're going to face arms in the upper 80s and the 90s every series. We're going to face Division I commits that are going to spray the ball around all the fields. And I think the biggest thing is just staying on par. Have a bad game, who cares? Come back and have a day the next day. And that's the thing with the conference. Sometimes you're going to get games where a team puts up 20 runs and you just can't do anything about it. They're all hitting, and there's some days where it's a pitcher's duel. You'll never really know. But yeah, in terms of conference, you just gotta stay the course and know that these are tough teams. So we can't get complacent against anybody, and we just gotta foot on the gas pedal in every game.
Well, Jacob, we thank you for your time. The Dukes open into the conference play more as they will face off against Hinsdale Central next week. But first, they got to get through this game against the IC Knights. Griffin Hanna will be with us shortly to talk about that game. Jacob, we thank you once again, and we'll be right back.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to York High School.
Hello, back from the break here. Following our interview with Jacob Perry, Griffin Hanna is now joining us. Alongside him, I'm Connor Choi, and Griffin. Really crosstown matchup between two teams, IC and the York Dukes. What are we looking out for in today's game?
Right now, we're looking at the pitching matchups. The Dukes starting their ace, Bodak. He's a lefty, pitches for soft contact, not really a strikeout guy, looking to get the ball on the ground, get it to his middle infielders. Luke Pazinski, the commit, playing in the NCAA next season, so definitely try to get the ball to him and just beat it out to first.
See what they do. Jack Bodak on the mound has been warming up with Owen Chael over in the bullpen. His last start, he threw 5 scoreless, as Jacob said in our little pre-game interview. Josh Fleming, one of the names that Coach Bible just called out our PA announcer, and he is also a commit, so the Dukes middle infield is full of commits and full of talent on this team. Fleming just one of multiple commits on the team. He's going to Grand Valley State. He's been a highly ranked shortstop in the state for the past 3 years. And like you mentioned, his partner in crime, the shortstop Luke Pazinski, heading to Missouri S&T next season to continue his baseball career. And first pitch is coming up soon, so we'll step aside. You're watching York Varsity Baseball here on York Sports Network.
Leading off for York.
Baseball's here underway. First pitch about to go here at the York baseball field. On the mound for IC, it's going to be Manny Diotis. Starting lineup for the Dukes. Josh Fleming stepping in for the first time today. He's leading off. Drew Gami on deck. Marco Giorno in the hole. Owen Chael batting cleanup today. Luke Pazinski batting fifth as the first offering from Diotis on the way. Fleming will take a fastball in there for strike one, so the count moves to 0-1. Ryan Lazowski's batting seventh. Jackson Bowie batting eighth, and Nick Allen batting ninth. 0-1 is a big bending curveball that's going to be a bit upstairs, so the count evens out, a ball and a strike.
One thing to note is even though we're playing at the Duke's home field, they are the visitor in this game.
That time he gets the breaking ball to fall in for strike two, so Fleming's taken 3 pitches and now finds himself in a 1-2 hole. Diotis comes set, fires the pitch. This one's way outside, hitting the back padding, and the count evens out 2-2.
Diotis leaning on that curveball early, definitely has some funky stuff, looking more for movement over velocity.
Got to be careful, especially when you're pitching to a hitter like Josh Fleming. The 2-2 on its way is a breaking ball that Fleming hits well into left field, and it'll fall into the glove of the IC left fielder, Kanye Tagliavia.
Now batting for York.
Great job there by Fleming.
Drew Gami.
Gets good contact off the hanging slower pitch there. Line drive out there. Definitely hurts as the hitter, but we'll get a couple high fives in the dugout.
It's a loud out. Now Drew Gami comes in showing bunt, pulls it back in time as Diotis' first offering is a fastball outside. So 1-0 is the count. On the way is upstairs. So the count now 2-0. Manny Diotis on the mound is throwing to his catcher, Jeremy Ildefonso. As he's nice framing job there from the Knights catcher. Steals a strike, and it's 2-1. Max Russ, the first baseman for IC. The 2-1 on the way is a breaking ball behind Gami. Drops the bat, ducks down, and now it's 3-1, so he's in a really favorable count right now. Jaden Gonzalez, the Knights' second baseman. Rafael Garza is the Knights' shortstop. As the 3-1 on the way is upstairs, ball 4, so Gami draws a walk in 5 pitches, and the Dukes have one aboard with one away.
This afternoon, the right fielder.
Third baseman for the Knights, Lewis Barber. And the outfield consists of Jonathan Guzman in right field, the center fielder, Aaron Orozco, and the left fielder who put out Fleming, Kanye Tagliavia. Now Marco Giorno steps up, batting third today. Takes inside, ball 1.
Diotis struggling with his location right now. Anytime he speeds up a pitch, it seems to be outside the zone. Definitely looking to rein it back in.
Diotis going to step off. Gami takes about 2 feet off the bag, so no problem getting back for him. The 1-0 on the way, big swing and a miss from Giorno. Just a tick ahead of the changeup there, so a ball and a strike now the count. Giorno having a really nice start to his year. Diotis going to step off for the second time. Still has yet to throw over. Comes set. Here's the pitch, and Giorno chases the upstairs heater. And he's got 2 strikes on him now. They count 1-2.
Giorno seeing the fastball there. Eyes lit up. Chased it a little bit out of the zone. Going to have to be more disciplined here at this at-bat.
Diotis once again ahead in the count. Comes set. 1-2 on this way. Gami goes. It's a pitch out. The throw down to second base is not going to be in time as Gami slides in safely with a stolen base. Giorno takes the pitch, so now the count 2-2. And with only one out and your best, most dangerous hitter to the start of this season up, you got a man in scoring position. Duke's in business early. Diotis comes set. 2-2 on the way to Giorno is popped up left side. In foul territory. Is anyone going to get there? And sliding and cannot make the catch is the shortstop. Just popped out of his glove. So Gami will have to go back to second. It was kind of no man's land, and Garza came over, was sliding, trying catching it behind him, and it pops out of his glove. Really just a tough play there, and he wasn't able to make it.
Gami looking to try to tag up there. Both the shortstop and third baseman had went to go get that foul ball, leaving third base wide open for the taking.
So they'll try the 2-2 again. Diotis comes set, checks on second, slide steps. Giorno swung on and missed, and he's down on strikes. Diotis picks up his first K of the day, and now there's 2 away with Owen Chale stepping up.
Now for your catcher, Owen Chale.
Chale, definitely dangerous bat here. Diotis definitely going to have to be careful what he throws to him.
Throws him a slider on the first pitch, and it ends up outside. Chale doesn't bite. Count 1-0. Chale arguably the biggest power threat on this team. So Diotis, understanding that, got to be careful. Goes breaking ball inside. Just missing it. So the count moves to 2-0. This is not a good spot for Diotis right now. Chale in a very good count for him. Definitely a hitter's count. The 2-0 on the way is a fastball upstairs. So now it's 3-0.
Chale definitely has a green light here. Last thing Diotis wants, as you said earlier, Connor, Chale arguably the best power hitter here, and he's got a runner in scoring position.
Takes a fastball right down the middle. Got the take sign from, most likely, from Coach Pitlock down at third base. So 3-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and inside to Chale, and are they calling it a foul ball? Yes, they are. They're saying it got the knob, so Diotis gets away with one there as Gami was going, and now the count is full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Gami will run. No, he won't. Chale sticks the bat out and just pokes it out. How aggressive Gami's been on the base path, especially with 2 outs on a full count. I thought he was probably going to go. I mean, he had a huge lead at second. Not an automatic go, though.
Gami wants to be careful out there. Doesn't want to distract Chale. He's right in his line.
Gami does go now. Chale flares this one right side. Russ calling, makes the play out in shallow right field, and that's how the first inning comes to a close. Dukes leave one stranded on a walk. Manny Diotis works out of it, and now the Dukes and Jack Bodak take the field as they try to neutralize IC in the first inning. Bottom of the first coming your way.
We played a half inning.
Welcome you back for the bottom of the first inning. Max Russ, the IC first baseman, going to dig in against Jack Bodak. Bodak, your pitcher. Owen Chale behind the dish. Talked about Jack Bodak in the pregame. He said he's got to pitch to soft contact, and that's definitely these battery mates game plan as they face Max Rush, a very dangerous left-handed hitter who takes ball one in the dirt. Infield for the Dukes, you got Ryan Lazowski at first base, Josh Fleming at second base, Luke Pazinski at shortstop, and Nick Allen, who's playing at third, as Bodak fires in a low two-seam fastball for a strike.
Allen on the edge of the grass there at the infield, definitely looking for soft contact.
Russ fouls one off to the left side. It's going to go out of play. Allen does not going to be able to get there, and Allen's been the best glove all year, arguably, for the Dukes, and it was a question if he was going to play today, dealing with a little bit of an injury, but he was a game-time decision, and he did suit up. Russ gets a piece of the slider, so stays alive, 1-2. Outfield for the Dukes, it's Austin Jeva in left field, Drew Gami in center field, and Marco Giorno in right, so pretty standard outfield for what Coach Pitlack has been putting on the lineup card all year long. 1-2 on the way. Swung on, hits on the ground, routine play. Pazinski comes up with it. Strong throw over to first, and Lazowski making the stretch to get Russ in time, and there's one away.
Due up next in tonight's lineup.
Jaden Gonzalez now digging in. He's batting second. Kanye Tagliavia is on deck, batting third. Lewis Barber is batting cleanup. Rafael Garza batting fifth. Jeremy Ildefonso batting sixth, Manny Diotis batting seventh, Aaron Orozco batting eighth as Bodak fires in strike one to Gonzalez, and Jonathan Guzman rounding things out, batting last. Bodak an elevated role this year, now the ace of the staff, when he was just your first option out of the bullpen last year. Usually found himself pitching after Ryan Sloan. As this one's hit on the ground, routine play. Lazowski will take it to the bag himself, and now there's two away. Two groundouts for Jack Bodak, and Griffin, exactly what you're wanting, what you were hoping to see out of him, soft contact.
Like you said, Bodak, definitely a soft contact hitter. We got Nick Allen over at the hot corner at third base. He's playing in on the grass, looking for that soft contact to the left, and as you saw there, that time went to Lazowski, and he took it to the bag himself.
Allen now backs up as the first right-handed hitter of the day. Steps into the box. It's Kanye Tagliavia. Takes strike one. That clips the outside edge of the plate. Bodak comes set. The 0-1 is hit high in the air, right side, in foul territory. Lazowski moving back. No one's going to get it as Fleming overran it, and they're going to say it's a fair ball, so that'll be a bloop single for the three-hitter for IC.
Next batter.
So a weird two-out knock.
Third baseman, number 25.
Looked like it was going to stay in foul territory. Might be some winds coming out of right field, keeping that ball in play.
Just a slight breeze blowing right to left. I mean, it's definitely a lot better wind that the Dukes have had in any of their home games, for that matter. Lewis Barber now steps in the box, takes a breaking ball for strike one. Just kind of surprised to see Fleming overrun it there, but again, it's another tough one. These are two tough pop flies in foul territory that people are overrunning or just missing because you're running at awkward angles, you're running backwards trying to make a tough play. Barber takes a wave and a miss, so now he's down in the hole 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bodak comes set, and this one cannot paint the edge there. Just missing with the fastball. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bodak coming set and goes inside, but Barber able to get a bat on it and foul it off. Count holds at 1-2. Bodak comes set. Here's his offering. It's a slider in there. Strike 3. Completely freezing up Barber. He gets caught looking, and Jack Bodak puts up a scoreless bottom of the first inning here as we head to the top of the second, where Luke Pazinski, Austin Jeba, and Ryan Lazowski will try and get this Dukes offense started.
One inning of baseball here at York with the score.
Here for the top of the second, Manny Diota's on the mound for his second inning of work, and Luke Pazinski starting things off for the Dukes. He'll dig in.
For the second inning for York is their shortstop, Luke Pazinski.
Luke Pazinski in the 5-hole here for today's game, but not a bad sign to see him leading off an inning, as he's definitely got a consistent bat, looking to make good contact here and just shoot it up in through the middle of the infield.
First offering to Pazinski is a fastball that he takes. It's upstairs, ball 1. That's exactly what Pazinski wants to do. He's going to hit line drives all over the field. When he's hitting well, that's exactly his game, his approach at the plate. Takes a slider outside, so 2-0 is the count. Diota's coming set, and Pazinski's going to pop this one up. Right side, Russ. This is no man's land underneath it, and making the catch is the second baseman, Gonzalez. Caught a break there, and that's a quick out for Diotis.
Due up next, the New York lineup, the 6-hitter, left fielder, Austin Jeva.
Really good that he gets out of it there. He gave Pazinski a 2-1 pitch to hit, and he was just underneath it, Griffin, and that's one I know LP's wishing he got back.
Like you said, just underneath it, not a bad approach taken there from Pazinski, but just got bad contact off the bat, went a little bit too low and missed it.
Austin Jeva now in, and he'll take strike 1. Shows bunt on the first pitch, pulled back, but it's a breaking ball there that the umpire tags him a strike 4. So the 0-1 on the way goes right back to the same breaking ball, and Jeva takes it again, and that time it's called a strike once more.
Diota, great job having the breaking ball come in on the hands as it looks, and then just breaks at the last moment.
0-2 from Diotis is an upstairs fastball, and Jeva lays off. Manny Diotis coming into this environment looks really comfortable against a pretty good Dukes lineup and goes right back to the breaking ball, but Jeva's going to punch it into left field. Goes right in between the hole of the shortstop and third baseman. Great piece of hitting there from Austin Jeva. Didn't hit it hard, but he put it exactly where it needed to be, and he's got a 1-out single.
Like you said, didn't hit it hard. Not too many hits like that with such a low exit velocity get through the infield, but put it in the right spot to get past third and second. Or short, sorry.
Part of the thing is he got the elevation, too, and he's able to split it between Barber as well as Garza. As Lazowski gets a little flare of his own. This one's down the line. It's into shallow right field. Jeva takes a hard turn. He's on his way to third. The throw goes to Russ at first base, trying to get Lazowski sleeping. They don't. He gets back to the base in time. Now with 1 away, there's runners on the corners after Lazowski singles on the first pitch.
Looked like Lazowski almost kind of shocked Diota there. First pitch swinging, last thing Diota expected, allowing Lazowski to get an easy hit.
Catcher signing some defensive formations. Probably a defensive game plan for what happens if Coach Pitlock decides to send Lazowski, what they're going to do with this first and third throw. Jackson Bowie, the batter now, got a chance to put one on the board as Diotis steps off now, comes set. First pitch to Bowie on the way, and Bowie fouls it straight back off the net. So 0-1 the count.
Dukes definitely not afraid to swing it in early in the bat, definitely taking the pitches they need to, but also ready to take the bat off their shoulder.
Attacking early in that bat, that's a great approach to have, and Bowie smokes this one down the line. It's hooking foul. Lazowski ran on the pitch, and now Bowie finds himself in a hole 0-2. When he's not really hitting the baseball, his issue is never being too patient at the plate. I mean, he's always aggressive. Sometimes he's just not putting it in play, and as you see right here, takes one, hooks it foul. Now he's in an 0-2 hole, and now you got all sorts of things to worry about. Diotis can go to that breaking ball, either the tight slider or the big bending curve, or he can just go with an upstairs fastball. So he's got a lot of options here as he tries to get his second out with runners on the corners. Bowie fights off a breaking ball. Really good job there. A late swing, just gets the inside of the handle on it almost. But the last thing you want if you're this Dukes offense is a strikeout.
Yep. And as you said, Diota went straight to that tight slider coming in on the hands and then breaking at the last moment. A lot of lateral movement there. Great job by Bowie to fight it off with the late swing.
Count remains 0-2. Runner goes. This one's outside. No. Lazowski holds. maybe a little bit of a fake out there. Took 3 really hard steps and just stopped. So now they count 1-2. And IC's coach going to call time, talk to his pitcher for a bit. He's pointing at first base. So, I mean, it's a conversation between him, the pitcher, and the catcher. So we'll see. I wonder if he's going to tell him maybe to throw over.
I mean, what else could they be discussing other than Lisowski over there at first? Definitely has been very mobile, very aggressive on the base pass already. Deotis looking over. Looks like they're holding him over there at first.
Russ looks like he's almost expecting a throw at this point. Deotis checks on Lisowski, who's dancing over at first. 1-2 on the way. Upstairs, ball 2. And now, Griff, like you pointed out, Lisowski been dancing over at first. You wonder if Deotis losing a little bit of focus on Bowie. He was up ahead 0-2 for a while. Now the count's 2-2. Runner does go. Bowie fouls off a fastball to the right side, out of play. So Lisowski will have to head back.
Even with that being Lisowski's second steal attempt and being called back by another foul ball, it's not hurtful to the Dukes as keeps it in the head of Deotis that Lisowski's ready to run.
Ooh, really good looking breaking ball there, and they think it caught the inside part of the strike zone, but the umpire disagrees. Bowie potentially catching a break there. The count now full. Deotis comes set, the payoff pitch, ball 4, but it gets away from the catcher, and Austin Jeva walks home. So it's a walk and a wild pitch that scores 1. The Dukes are on the board first as it's 1-0 here in the top of the second. What a great at-bat by Jackson Bowie.
22, Nick Allen.
Just kind of pointing that out. I mean, that was a great at-bat. Nick Allen digs in for the first time today. He was down 0-2. Worked a great battle, draws the walk, and it's also a wild pitch that scores the first run of the day. First base is in. Allen, big swing and a miss. That time Deotis goes to the changeup, a pitch we haven't really seen him use too much. I mean, when he's going to his secondary stuff, it's either the curveball or the slider, but that changeup has stolen him a couple of strikes. Goes to the slider there. Allen checks his swing, not even close to going around, so the count evens out 1-1.
Deotis showing that changeup early in the bat. Nick Allen read it as the fastball, eyes lit up, thinking he was going to blast one over the wall, but fooled there.
Big swing and a miss at a slider there. Just really struggling to find a barrel here as Deotis is kind of pitching to him backwards. I think, Allen might have the mindset heading into the 9-hole. I'm going to get one to hit early. Deotis taking a backwards approach. Goes back to the slider there. Can't get Allen to bite. So he's thrown him one changeup on the first pitch. And then he's thrown him 3 straight sliders after that. The count's 2-2.
If I'm Deotis, I might speed him up here. He might be expecting slower velo.
Doesn't there. Still going to work. Allen swings through the curveball, and he's down on strikes. And Deotis picking up his second strikeout of the day, as well as getting the second out of the inning, as Josh Fleming stepping in. His second at bat. Lined out to the left fielder Tagliavia in the first inning. Deotis trying to get out of this inning with the minimum. Fleming calling time.
Duke's just trying to manufacture the run in with 2 outs. Runner on first and second. Don't want to let this inning go to waste, especially with Lisowski. He's ready to push things with his speed. Saw him try to steal second multiple times. Don't want to strand him out there.
Fleming a swing and a miss, so he's down 0-1. Went fishing in the dirt there. Deotis comes set. Looks over, now was going to go back, step off, but Ryan Lisowski not straying too far away from the base there. Here's the pitch. Fleming sends this one out. It's a high fly ball going to right field. And this one is going to fall foul. got some great distance on it. Yeah. Keep Coach Bible right here. It's gone if it's a fair ball. Didn't really look like he hit it that hard off the bat, but that had some serious carry to it.
Even though it was a foul ball, that might get in the head of Diotis, allowing Stuke's offense to come alive, as pitching is as much as a mind game as it is a physical one.
He was attacking Allen in the zone with a breaking ball. You can't do that with Fleming. You got to go more low into the zone, and that's exactly what he goes there. But Fleming's going to take it for ball one. Allen was attacking the breaking stuff. Couldn't get a barrel on it. You hardly can do that to multiple batters, especially when you get back to the top of the order. 1-2 the count. Fleming sends this breaking ball to left center field, but it should be playable. Catch is made, and that'll retire the side as out in center, Orozco makes the catch, but not before the Dukes add one on 2 hits. They lead 1-0 heading to the bottom of the second.
1-0.
Back for the bottom of the second inning, Jack Bodak starting Rafael Garza out with a low ball. The 1-0 on the way, hit foul, sent towards the IC dugout, so the count evens out, a ball and a strike. Bodak comes set as 1-1 offering, is going to clip the outside edge. Strike 2, and that's what he's so good at, is stealing those strikes, stealing the corners, stealing the edges.
Like you said there, great framing there from the catcher. Seems a little bit outside, but quick snap of the hands brought it back into the strike zone.
1-2 on the way is inside, and Chael slides over to knock it down. So the count evens out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bodak comes set. The 2-2 on the way is flared out in the left, shallow left field. Is anyone going to get there? Falls into no man's land. Jeva, Gami, and Pazinski, and none of them could get to it there. So that'll be just the second hit allowed by Bodak in as many innings of work. And Garza joins Tagliavia in the hit club for IC.
Tonight's lineup, number 14, the catcher, Jeremy Ildefonso.
Wasn't hit too hard. He's still not giving up hard contact, really, but just fell where no one could get it, and now Jeremy Ildefonso shows bunt on the first pitch. Chael tries back picking at first, and it'll skip into the glove of Lazowski. And diving back safely is Garza. Want to know the count? Bodak goes over to first, but he throws it away. Lazowski's got to chase it. Goes off the netting, and holding at second is going to be Garza. The throwing error from Jack Bodak. Count still 1-0. And now they're calling time.
Even with the throwing error there, allowing the runner to get to scoring position, I don't think Jack Bodak has anything really to worry about. Only giving up 2 hits so far, and both of them have been weak contact, just in kind of no man's land out in the outfield. So if the Dukes clean up those errors, still a no-hitter.
Count is still 1-0. Bodak stepping off, now steps back on. Comes set. Showing bunt again, and can't lay it down, but Bodak fires in a slider for a strike, so 1-1 the count. One on the way, goes to the slider. This one's low in the dirt, so 2 balls and 1 strike. Two one on the way. Big swing and a miss there from Ildefonso. Now the count 2-2. Bodak comes set his 2-2 offering. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Bodak comes back after being behind in the count and fans Ildefonso, sends him back packing to the dugout, picks up his second punch out of the day. And Manny Diotis now digging in for the first time. Bodak comes set. The first pitch to Diotis is a slider that's low and in for ball 1. Diotis steps out, and no, it was Chael who called time. Wants to talk things over with Bodak, and they will. So one away, man in scoring position. Bodak comes set. Goes slider that snaps right back over the middle of the plate, and Diotis lets strike 1 blow right past him. One and one on the way, and Diotis hits this one up the middle. Glove by Bodak. Quick flip over to first. Lazowski going to fake the throw to third. Probably wise decision to hold on to it there, as Bodak picks up his second out. I think if he's quick there, quickly throws it, you can prevent, at the very least, you can prevent Garza from advancing to third. First pitch on the way, line drive caught by Lazowski, and there's the third out. IC strands a runner 90 feet away from home, squandering their chance to tie it in the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Your score is still 1-0. top of the third inning here. Drew Gami to lead things off for the Dukes his second time. Drew a walk in his first plate appearance. Manny Diotis still on the mound for the Knights, and his first offering to Gami's a fastball that sails up and in for ball number 1.
Diotis.
The 1-0 on its way is up and away, so now the count 2-0.
Diotis definitely wants to be careful here not to walk Gami. His speed's got to be in the back of his mind. It's the only run to cross the plate for the Dukes so far, giving them this narrow 1-run lead.
Diotis already has 2 free passes allowed, and he misses inside with the 2-seam fastball. So now the count moves to 3-0.
Gami definitely with the green light to swing here.
Oh, gets a strike, generous strike call there, so 3-1. Three run on its way is upstairs ball 4, so once again, Gami draws a walk in 5 pitches, and now Marco Giorno stepping in for the second time.
That'll bring up
Giorno struck out swinging his first time up. And throw over to first is not even close. Just kind of a, hey, how you doing type of throw there. Diotis comes set. First offering to Giorno. On its way, runner goes. Giorno with a big swing and a miss. The throw down to second doesn't have the power on it. It was on line, just he needed a little bit more in it, and Gami picks up his second stolen base of the game. So his 2 times on the base path, it's ended exactly the same. Walk in 5 pitches and steals a base. Diotis comes set. Fires a ball to Giorno. So the count now 1-1.
Action in the Knights bullpen here. Warming up a lefty. Maybe looking to get Diotis out earlier than they expected, as he's been struggling to find the zone.
Giorno, big swing and a miss. So now they count 1-2. It's going to be Evan Madrigal. That's the guy warming up in the pen. One and two on the way. It's a breaking ball that's outside. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Two on the way is lifted in the air, center field. It's going to be playable, ranging over. And no, he can't make the catch. He just flat out drops it. Coach Pitlock, the green light, Gami on his way home. Giorno standing on second. Now we've got a 2-0 game. What looked to be a well-struck ball that was going to be a routine flyout turns into Marco Giorno driving one in, and he's now standing on second base.
now batting for York is their cleanup hitter.
Quite possibly the strangest E8 I've ever seen, Griffin.
Like you said, seems like just a routine flyout. Seemed to be an F8, turns into an E8 just from a simple mistake.
First pitch, Pazinski flares this one out center field. Could be trouble ranging in, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Center fielder coming up, fumbling with it, and throws it to Russ, who's standing behind in front of second base, closer to home, cuts it off. And, man, just an eventful inning so far for Orozco, and it almost looked like he slowed up a little bit.
And now, 5-hitter in New York lineup is their shortstop, Luke Pazinski.
I'm sorry, that was Owen Chael on that last hit there. Luke Pazinski is now the batter. Courtesy runner is going to be Colby Baird.
Courtesy runner for York is number 20, Colby Baird.
So Chael.
Action in the bullpen seems to be ramping up. This could be Diotis' final inning.
Yeah, Evan Madrigal still, the lefty still getting loose in there. Infield in with runners on second and third. Diotis coming set, and Paszynski takes a ball number 1, I should say. So Choi advancing to second, and now it's Baird in his place. Paszynski, with nobody out, has 2 men in scoring position as it's a 2-0 lead. And Paszynski hits this one in the gap. This one's going to fall. It'll be extra bases at the very least. Off the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Giorno's in. Baird trots in behind him. And Luke Paszynski's got himself a stand-up double as the Dukes take a 4-0 lead.
Great job there by LP. First swing, tacking Diotis there, catching him while he's not in his rhythm. IC's definitely going to have to look to go to the bullpen soon before this game gets ugly.
Left fielder, Austin Jeva.
Jeva back up now. He's 1 for 1 today, and that is Paszynski's best ball I've seen him hit all year, as Jeva's going to get drilled on the very first pitch. And that's going to be it, as IC's head coach looking to make a pitching change here. At least it looks like it. He keeps looking down at the pen. And yes, he will call in. It'll be the left-handed reliever, Evan Madrigal, and Diotis' day is done. And it ends on a hit by pitch. Dukes still with 2 on base. They've got a 4-0 lead. We'll step aside for this pitching change.
Now batting for York is their first baseman, Ryan Lisowski.
Back from the pitching change, it's Evan Madrigal on the mound for the Knights. The lefty comes in to face Ryan Lisowski and try and just get an out, and fires in ball number 1 to Lisowski, who's 1 for 1. If it holds, it'll be 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, a hits batsman, 4 hits and 4 runs allowed for Manny Diotis, but he still has 2 runners left on base currently, and one of them is in scoring position, and Ryan Lisowski in a 2-0 count. Not a recipe for success, as Lisowski fouls it straight back as Paszynski takes off along with Jeva. So the count now 2-1. Jackson Bowie on deck. Had a great at-bat his first time up, and ended up drawing a walk. Duke's lineup doing a great job getting on base early. The 3rd inning still wasn't over. Madrigal stepping off. Gets his sign, comes set. 2-1 on the way. Paszynski goes again. This is a little dribbler. Won't get 2. Will they get 1? They will. It's in time. Russ pops off the bag quickly. So Lisowski able to advance both runners. But Madrigal gets the first out of the inning. But now you have no force out and 2 guys in scoring position with Jackson Bowie coming to the plate.
Great design there from the York coaching staff. A little run and hit action. Just advance the runner, stay out of the double play, as you said. Still 2 outs, both runners in scoring position. Or, sorry, 1 out. 2 outs to play with.
There he is, Mr. Wagners. How you doing?
Madrigal comes set, fires a fastball. Bowie, a big swing and a miss. Comes set 0-1 and call it strike 2. Late call, especially considering Ildefonso didn't hold on to it. 0-2 the count. Comes set and swung on and missed. Bowie's down on strikes. He's got a chance to run. He just tagged him with the glove, never with the ball, and a whole lot of confusion, and it ends with Bowie ending with the strikeout. Just a very confusing sequence of events, and Madrigal gets his first strikeout.
Third baseman, number 22,
and
Nick Allen.
the second out of the inning. Nick Allen now the batter, and calls for time. He's 0 for 1, struck out swinging his first time up.
Nick Allen in his first plate appearance was not afraid to take the bat off his shoulder, attacking first pitch. Let's see if he does the same here.
Madrigal comes set. His first pitch offering is a curveball that he drops in there for strike number 1. Comes set, the 0-1 on its way. Allen this time takes a big hack at the curveball. Can't get a barrel on it, and now quickly falls in a hole 0-2. Madrigal comes set, the 0-2 on its way, is upstairs. That ends his streak of 5 straight strikes, as it's now 1-2. Allen stays alive. I know Coach Pitlock would love to put 2 more up on the board here. Takes a fastball outside, so the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Allen battling here. 2 early strikes, now clawing back to make the count even.
Allen calling time again. Base hit should score 2 unless it's one of those weird bloopers that we've seen multiple of so far. And Allen lays off the breaking ball. Disciplined take there, and the count is now full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Madrigal trying to escape the jam. The payoff pitch is a curveball hit right up the middle, right into the glove of Madrigal, who fires it over to Russ and retires the side. Evan Madrigal comes in, gets 3 straight outs, and holds the Duke's offense. But not after they score 3 runs on 2 hits, led by a double by Luke Pazinski. Jack Bodek's got some breathing room as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here on York Sports Network. Here for the bottom of the 3rd inning, Jonathan Guzman, the right fielder, stepping in for the first time today as Jack Bodek enters inning number 3 of work with a comfy 4-0 lead over the IC Knights.
Leading off the IC bottom half.
Starts
of the third,
Guzman off
right
with the
fielder,
ball.
23, Jonathan Guzman.
One 0 on its way, and Guzman fouls it straight back. Count evens out, a ball and a strike. Bodak comes set, the 1-1 on its way. Is a floating slider, breaks right and catches the outside part of the plate. So the count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bodak comes set, the 1-2 on its way. Hit on the ground. Pazinski lines it up, knocks it down with his chest. He's got to hurry the throw up, and Lazowski stretching. And he will be called out. It's a late call. Really great job by Ryan Lazowski staying on the base. Griffin, I don't know about you. It's questionable. I'm not sure if he couldn't really tell if he had the bag or not. Pazinski's throw brought Lazowski off the base quite a bit, but I don't know if he kept that back foot on.
Definitely, if he did, an acrobatic play there from Lazowski. Practically doing the splits if he was able to keep the bag.
Max Russ fouls off a slider straight back. So he'll start his second at-bat of the day, down 0-1 in the count. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Bodak's given up 2 hits, but they've both been hit pretty softly, and Russ will call for time and step out. Has not walked anyone. He's been pretty efficient so far for 2 1/3 innings work.
As you said, extremely efficient here from Bodak. This is the first time it's been second time it's the top of the order, first time through the rotation, compared to the Dukes, who are already on their 3rd time.
Goes back to back the same spot. Neither are called a strike, so now it's 2-1. And yeah, finally, as we are in the 3rd inning, finally Bodak makes it through the first time getting through the lineup, and Russ, the leadoff guy, finally getting his second at bat. Now he throws a breaking ball. It's 3-1 now. And Josh Fleming, the leadoff hitter, he'll get his 3rd at bat in the top of the 4th this next frame. And Bodak comes back, fires in a strike on the 3-1 count. Looked like Russ never really had any intention of even swinging. Comes set. The 3-2 on its way is low, ball 4, so Russ draws the walk. Right after we were just talking about how great his control's been all game, Bodak allows his first free pass after Max Russ gets ahead early. And now he's on first base, and Jaden Gonzalez, the second baseman for IC, digging in for his 2nd time. He grounded out to Ryan Lazowski his last time up.
Perfect announcer jinx from us there.
I've had my fair share, Griffin. Bodak starts Gonzalez off with a strike. 0-1 the count. And Gonzalez shoots this one foul to the right side, so now quickly 0-2. On its way, and it's not going to be called. The back pick for Russ. Chael throws it away. Russ will get a free base there. Strolls into second standing, takes a mini turn, and will head back to the bag. Chael tried back-picking Russ at first. Lazowski turned up, and he threw it away. So now Bodak has some added pressure on him with only 1 out, as Russ now in scoring position. This one in the dirt. Chael blocks it and picks it up, so Russ can't advance there. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. This one's in the dirt, ball 3. Chael once again has to knock it down, so the count now full. The Dukes have 2 errors, but they're both on dead ball plays. One was a Jack Bodak pickoff attempt that he just threw away, and the second one there, you saw it, Owen Chael on the back pick also throws it away. I see with just 1 error, but it was the drop ball in center field. And called strike 3 as Gonzalez thought he had ball 4. Instead, he gets caught looking, and that's a big strikeout for Jack Bodak. as he picks up his second out of the inning, and Kanye Tagliavia, the left fielder, is now back up.
Tagliavia, definitely a hitter to be put on notice as he has one of the 2 hits for the Knights offense, looking to drive that runner in from second.
Bodak comes set. First offering on the way is swung on and grounded foul off to the left side, so 0-1 is the count. Big swing and a miss there from Tagliavia, and now he quickly finds himself in the hole 0-2.
Tagliavia definitely ready to swing it. Down 0-2 off 2 pretty early swings in an at-bat.
Swung on and missed, strike 3. Jack Bodak gets out of it, works around the air of the free pass, and leaves a man stranded at second as we head to the top of the 4th after a scoreless bottom of the 3rd here on York Sports Network. Top of the 4th inning here. Josh Fleming going to lead things off for the Dukes. He's 0 for 2 with 2 well-struck balls that have just landed into the gloves of these IC outfielders. And Evan Madrigal still on the bump. Starts Fleming off of the ball. And that time Fleming gets a hold of it, and he's way under it. It'll go out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one the count. Madrigal comes set, and Fleming hits this one hard on the ground. Shortstop eats it up. Strong throw. Russ stretching out, and they got him in time. So Fleming retired for the 3rd time today. Really strong throw from Rafael Garza as Fleming hit a rocket to him, but he was positioned perfectly.
Fleming definitely going to be upset with that hit, but couple high fives in the dugout for him as good contact. Like you said, it was a rocket to the shortstop, just hit it to the wrong part of the field.
Drew Gami steps in, takes strike 1 on the inside part of the plate, and Madrigal really starting to settle in here. Final stats for Manny Diotis: 2 innings pitched, 2 strikeouts, 3 walks, 4 hits, 4 earned runs, and a hits batsman as Gami takes strike number 2. So Diotis in line to take the loss if the score holds. Still a lot of baseball left, only in the top of the 4th. Madrigal comes set, and Gami a big swing and a miss, and he tips it into the glove of the catcher, Ildefonso, and he's down on strikes. Madrigal picks up his 2nd K of the day, and now Marco Giorno is digging in for the 3rd time.
Marco Giorno.
Giorno got things started. He's over 2 today, but if you remember in his at-bat last inning, he kind of got the whole thing started with his high shot to center field that the center fielder just dropped. Giorno gets credited for an RBI there. Led to a 3-run inning for the Dukes. This is Madrigal's first time facing Giorno.
So far, Madrigal's looks pretty good out of the bullpen, locking down this Dukes offense already with 2 outs in his first full inning of work.
Giorno hits this one softly on the ground, and the throw to first is in time. 1-2-3 inning for Evan Madrigal. Puts up a 0 on the board. The first time IC pitching has done that since the top of the first inning. So we head to the bottom of the 4th. Your score is still 4-0 Dukes lead.
Half of the 4th inning is going to be their third baseman, Lucas Barber.
Bottom of the 4th inning, Jack Bodak out for inning number 4 of work, and his first assignment of this inning is Lewis Barber, the cleanup hitter for IC. This is ball 1, so 1-0 the count. Bodak comes set this one. Hot smash to Pazinski, has to lay back. Long throw to first in time. Really nice play from Luke Pazinski as Bodak picks up his first out of the inning.
Pazinski showing off why he's going to Missouri ST next year. Showing off that arm strength from shortstop all the way over to first.
Really played it perfectly. It wasn't going to come in and catch it on the line, so instead he backed up, played the short hop, and had his feet set, all his weight on that back leg, and used that to power his throw to first. First pitch fouled off as Bodak starting to head to this batter, and count evens back up 1-1 to Rafael Garza. 1 for 1. Base hit his last time up. Slider is just down low. Two balls, 1 strike, and this one hit in the air, left field. Jeva underneath it and moves about 2 feet before coming down with it. And now Bodak has 2 outs here.
That'll bring up the catcher, number 14, Jeremy Ildefonso.
Now Ildefonso digs in. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First offering from Bodak. Ildefonso shoots this over towards the dugout and fouls it away. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, hit on the ground. Allen gloves it cleanly. Gets up, shuffles over, throws it. Lazowski can't scoop it up, so that'll be a throwing error on Nick Allen. And the inning stays alive.
First error on this Dukes defense today. Sorry, third.
And now Evan Madrigal stepping in.
This afternoon is pitcher Evan Madrigal.
So Ildefonso on first following the Duke's third throwing error, I may add. As there's a courtesy runner for Ildefonso. It's going to be Lewis Stubblefield. Ball 1 to Madrigal. Quickly turns into a 2-0 count.
Running, number 12, Lewis Stubblefield.
(2-0) on the way. Bodak checks on Stubblefield at first and just misses a fastball. That could clip the outside edge. Home plate umpire thinks otherwise, so 3-0 the count. Bodak goes over to first. It's another low throw. Glazowski able to get a glove on it that time. Stubblefield diving back safely. Bodak comes set, and it's a 4-pitch walk to the pitcher, Evan Madrigal. And now there were 2 outs. Bodak was in line for a 1-2-3. Couldn't get the third. Now allows a 4-pitch walk to Madrigal.
It's going to be their center fielder, number 9.
Aaron Orozco now the batter. And now courtesy runner, it's going to be number 17, Luke Wojcik. So 2 courtesy runners as Madrigal going to get ready to go pitch again. First offering on the way, and it's fouled to the right side, out of play. Orozco down in the hole, 0-1. Orozco calls time. Jack Bodak trying to work out of a mini jam he's got himself into in the bottom of the 4th inning. Fires it low and away, so now the count evens out, a ball and a strike.
No sign in the bullpen yet. This Duke's coaching staff trusting Bodak out on the mound, trusting him to get himself out of this mini jam, as you said, Connor.
He's going to miss again, so 2-1 now the count. So that time he missed inside. Bodak comes set, 2-1 on the way. Swung on and missed, so now the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Puts Jack Bodak 1 pitch away from getting out of it here in the bottom of the 4th. Bodak comes set. Orozco calling for time again. Bodak comes set. 2-2 on its way. Right down the middle, freezes Orozco. Nothing he can do except just put his head down and walk back to the dugout. And a great pitch by Jack Bodak. Works out of it, strands 2 after an error in the free pass. And Bodak gets out of it, putting up 4 scoreless frames so far. We head to the top of the 5th here on York Sports Network.
off the fifth inning.
Here for the top of the
Your catcher,
fifth.
Owen Shale.
Owen Shale digs in for the third time today. Letting the catcher lace up the cleats. So a slight delay. Shale, 1 for 2. Base hit his last time up. Popped out to Max Russ over at first base in his first at bat. Madrigal gets the sign, comes set. Here's the pitch, and Shale shoots this one up the middle. And Owen Shale, for the second time today, is aboard first with a base hit.
Batting next for York is their shortstop, Luke Pazinski.
Luke Pazinski digs in as Colby Baird comes out once again. Owen Shale's got his courtesy runner over on first.
Once again, that'll be Colby Baird as your courtesy runner.
And some changes. IC's got Louis Stubblefield out in center field now for Aaron Orozco. Lazy throw to check on Baird at first. Pazinski ripped the double his last time up into the left center field gap. Plated 2. Once again throwing back, and Baird doesn't even have to slide this time.
As you said, Pazinski ripped a double earlier. Definitely looking to do that again. Try to get Baird at least up to third, maybe even across home plate.
And throws once again.
Pazinski visibly upset. Just wants a pitch. Doesn't even want it to be able to hit right now.
Just want to see one. 0-1 the count. Madrigal comes set. Baird this time takes off. Pazinski hits this one in the air over to right field. Should be playable. Catch will be made, and Baird retreats all the way back to first base. So Guzman makes the catch out and right, and Pazinski retired for the second time today.
That'll bring up left fielder number 4.
Austin Jeva steps up to the box. His third time today. He's 1 for 1. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. And once again, he'll throw over. Madrigal keeping Baird honest over at first base. Jeva fouls the first offering from Madrigal away, and now he's down 0-1 to start this at-bat. Coming set, breaking ball, clip in the outside edge of the plate. Generous call by the home plate umpire. Now Jeva finding himself down 0-2 in the hole. Madrigal looking for the second out. Baird's going to go, and they're going to get him in a rundown. Throw down to second. Baird dives in, tries swimming around the tag, and they easily get him there. All that throwing over finally pays off.
Madrigal was definitely paranoid of Baird over there on first. Kept throwing over, and as you said, it finally paid off. Caught him there, got him in the jam.
So 0-2 the count. There's 2 outs, and now Orozco comes set, and Jeva flares this one. Right field, this one's dropping. Fair, and Jeva with a turn, not going to go. As it's picked up by Guzman in right. And Jeva's aboard with a base hit, his second of the day. Now Ryan Lazowski with 1 man on and 2 away. Opportunity to do some damage here. Comes set. First offering to Lazowski's a fastball that's outside. 1-0. Lazowski a big wave and a miss at an upstairs fastball. So 1 ball, 1 strike now the count. Madrigal comes set. Lazowski a swing and a miss. And that's not strike 3. As the catcher, Ildefonso, forgot what the count was. Thought it was 0-2 instead of 1-1. Now the count's 1-2 with Lazowski taking a big swing and a miss.
With Jeva out there at second, now Lazowski's got to be thinking about manufacturing Jeva in for a run.
Well, he gets plunked there, so he manufactures a trip to first base. Gets a free pass as Madrigal hits him on a 1-2 count. The last thing you want to do, especially with 2 outs. And now, once again, Jackson Bowie finds himself in a really good spot to do some damage.
Number 19, Jackson Bowie.
We saw his discipline earlier. His first at-bat was down 0-2 and worked a walk, came all the way back.
Bowie takes the first offering for ball number 1. It was a breaking ball that just didn't catch enough of the plate there. Bowie down and swinging his last time up. And he's had worked some decent at-bats today, especially like we've been talking about, Griffin, that first one.
Great vision and discipline shown by him today. Just there you saw him lay off the high fastball.
Runners go. Bowie skies it. Left side underneath it, and making the catch is going to be the shortstop, Rafael Garza. So that'll do it. Madrigal gets out of the inning, and we head to the bottom of the 5th, where it's 9-1-2 due up for the Knights.
York 4, I see nothing. Bottom of the 5th inning.
Here for the bottom of the 5th inning, Jack Bodak steps out for inning number 5 of work. Still the score 4-0 in favor of the York Dukes. And Jack Bodak starts this inning off with a strike to Jonathan Guzman. Bodak coming set, the 0-1 on his way inside, ball 1. Guzman jumped out of the way, nearly hits him. Bodak coming set. Here's the pitch, and clips the outside edge with the fastball, and now right back ahead in the count, 1-2. So the 1-2 offering on the way is just going to miss. Count evens out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Some more action in IC's pen as swung on and missed, strike 3. Bodak gets another K. As Jonathan Guzman goes down swinging. Some action in the IC bullpen. Max Russ back up to bat. It's his third at bat of the day. 0 for 1. Drew a walk his last time up.
To the top of IC's order with Max Russ.
Ooh, goes up and in with the fastball. Russ has to jump out of the way. Bodak comes set. The 1-0 on the way. Russ, big swing and a miss. Count evens out 1-1. Bodak coming set. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and Russ fouls it off to the left side. Now falls behind in the count, 1-2. James White, the arm in the bullpen for IC. So look for him to come in after Evan Madrigal. Maybe he'll come in this next inning. As Bodak goes slider, just misses it a bit low, so the count evens out. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Max Russ looking to get some things started here. Comes set, here's the pitch, and just misses with the slider. Couldn't get Russ the bite. That was actually a pretty good pitch, albeit missing the strike zone. So now the count is full. Bodak comes set. The payoff pitch on the way, and Russ reaches out, taps this one. Softly, Allen fields it cleanly. It's a strong throw to first base in time. And Russ is retired once again, and now there's 2 away.
As we mentioned earlier, Bodak doing what he's known to do, gets the weak contact, trusts his infielders, and this time it's Nick Allen with the infield assist.
Jaden Gonzalez back in the box, 3rd time today. Struck out looking his last time up. Jack Bodak's first offering, and Gonzalez muscles this one into shallow left field as it bounces right in front of Austin Jeva. And a 2-out knock for Gonzalez. Puts a little IC in business, I should say.
That'll bring up the left fielder.
Minor action in the Duke's bullpen. Nobody really throwing yet, just kind of standing around waiting for their call.
A couple of guys starting to stretch out here. We'll see who will be after Bodak. As Bodak misses the first one, it's a slider inside. Tagliavia takes it. Bodak coming set, and Tagliavia sends this one right field. Giorno fights the sun, ranging over to the foul line, and he'll make the catch and put it away. For the 3rd out of the inning, 5 scoreless frames for Jack Bodak. We head to the top of the 6th. Still, your score, York 4, IC nothing. Welcome you top of the 6th. Jack Kaminsky getting a pinch hit at bat here for Nick Allen. So we'll see what he can do here. Kaminsky, the utility guy that's got a been on the bench for the Dukes, been a bench option these last 2 seasons. First for Dave Kalal and now for River Pitlock. Umpire getting ready, and Evan Madrigal out for inning number 3. Madrigal coming set. Kaminsky showing bunt and can't get the bat on it, so he'll pick up a strike there. Madrigal comes set and goes breaking ball that Kaminsky's going to tap right back to him. Madrigal takes a few steps and flips it over to Russ over at first, and there's one away.
That'll bring us back to the top half of the York order with
Josh Fleming now up for the 4th time today. Fleming 0 for 3. So well-struck balls, just nothing that's fallen. And on this first pitch, he hits a ground ball up the middle. It's a base hit. So Fleming on board for the first time today with 1 out, and now Drew Gami stepping up. Some solid contact finally. This time on the ground. Just gets it up the middle. Now Gami with an opportunity to advance the runners. He's 0 for 1. Struck out swinging his last time up, but he's got 2 walks and 2 stolen bases on the day. Throws it over to Fleming. Check on him at first. Madrigal loves to throw over. Doesn't have a quick pickoff move, but it's worked so far. Goes curveball to Gami. So 1-0 the count.
Madrigal definitely trying to get the pickoff as often as possible, as that's what originally got IC in trouble.
Upstairs, ball 2. See if the Dukes can manufacture another big inning. As this one's in the dirt, so 3 balls, no strikes here for Gami. Let's see a world where he lifts the bat off his shoulders here. Madrigal's got to know that by now. Seeing a couple of 3-0 counts. And he goes right down the middle, takes some off, and now a 3-run count.
Gami looking down to Coach Pitlock on the third base line, trying to get the call.
Goes inside, ball 4. Gami draws the walk. Fleming advances to second. So now a man in scoring position with 1 away, and now your number 3 hitter and Marco Giorno is up. Gami's 3rd walk he's drawn today.
Gami, nothing in the hit column, but definitely not a bad day for him. Worked 3 walks and then a couple stolen bases.
Giorno sends the first pitch out, left center field. Stubblefield going over, ranging, makes the catch. Fleming's going to tag. Stubblefield bounces it into the shortstop, and now there's runners on the corners with 2 away. Giorno just underneath, but he sends it far enough to, at the very least, advance the runner.
Next batter in your York lineup, catcher and cleanup hitter, Owen Shale.
Chale, 2 singles already. Looking to do the same here. Bring in Flems.
Come set, first offering. Chale, a big swing and a miss. Madrigal comes set, the 0-1. Runner goes. Chale shoots this one into right field. Wasn't hit hard. It'll do the job. Fleming scores. On his way to third is Gami. The ball gets underneath the right fielder's glove. Chale dives into second, and Gami comes home and scores. Owen Chale plating 2 with a soft single, and the Dukes now extend their lead to 6. Was not hit hard at all, but it does just enough, and Colby Baird back out as the courtesy runner, and Luke Pazinski steps in for the 4th time.
As you said, just enough, especially with Gami's speed. I don't think many other guys are able to score from all the way first base off that hit.
Fires in a strike there to Pazinski, and LP finds himself Down a strike. Pazinski hits this one underneath the glove of Russ. Pazinski's got his second hit of the day. Long turn, and he'll hold at first. He's going to plate Baird, who scores all the way from second. And the Dukes starting to string together some hits here as it's now 7-0. Back-to-back really soft contact singles.
Austin Jeva.
And the throw over, they're not in time to get Pazinski. And now Austin Jeva up again. 2 for 2, 2 singles. Was hit by a pitch. Dukes only have one extra base hit today despite scoring 7 runs. And Jeva hits this one. This one might fall. Shallow left field coming in. Can make the catch. And this one hits off his foot. Pazinski's going to score. Jeva into second base. Was never going to be an easy play for the left fielder, Tagliavia, and he opts not to dive, kind of in an awkward spot there, leaning forward, and it just drops in front, tips off the glove, just drops in front, and hits off his foot. So Jeva picks up his first base hit in another unconventional way, and then he'll advance to second on the error by the left fielder, which will score another, and it's now 8-0. And Ryan Lazowski up to the plate. He'll hit this one on the ground. It'll be foul.
If Lazowski is able to push this ball over the wall, it would send this game into mercy territory as 10 runs.
Still gonna have to get 3 outs as IC is the home team, but Lazowski taking a breaking ball, and it gets away from the catcher. And Jeva walks to third base. So 1-2 the count on Ryan Lazowski. Trying to keep this little 2-out spark alive for the Dukes as this is their best inning yet. And Lazowski gets underneath this one. Stubblefield coming in and making the catch for out number 3. Wasn't a pretty inning for Evan Madrigal, but eventually he gets out of it. But not before the Dukes tack on 4 runs on 4 hits. So we head to the bottom of the 6th inning here. 8-0 lead for the Dukes. Bottom of the 6th inning here. Fresh arm on the mound for the Dukes. It's going to be Andrew Papadopoulos, the junior right-hander. Gets the nod once again coming out of the pen. He's got a good pitch mix, Griffin. Fastball, slider. That best pitch is the slider, lively fastball. But how about this? Final stat line for Jack Bodek. 5 innings pitched, scoreless. Only allowed 3 hits, walked 2, struck out 6, in line for the win. I mean, he did everything that you were hitting on in the pregame. First pitch from Papadopoulos on the way is swung on, foul tipped. So Papadopoulos will start off Lewis Barber with a strike.
Who knows? Bodak with a great day, but who knows if he could have carried the shutout all the way if Pitlock had let him go.
They got a lot of games this week. He might actually be called on later, so I think a lot of these guys are going to be on pitch count, expect that are pitching today. But expect Bodak likely going to start possibly on Friday, maybe pitch an inning on their Saturday game. Papadopoulos dropping in a strike, and fighting the 0-2 off is Barber.
As you said, a lot of games this week for the Dukes. Many of them, they're coming in as the favorite, but as we know, that truly means nothing in the world of high school sports.
So Papadopoulos misses with the two-seamer inside. So now 1-2. Gets the sign from Choi. Comes set. Here's the pitch. This one hit on the ground. LP charging in. Gloves it cleanly. Double clutches. Throws to first. In time to get Barber. And Papadopoulos gets his first out of the inning.
Now for the Knights is their shortstop, Rafael Garza.
Rafael Garza digging in. 1 for 2 today. One of the 3 batters that's gotten a base knock. Papadopoulos comes set, and he skips a fastball into the left-handed batter's box. Having a good smile about that one. One and 0 the count. Papadopoulos comes set, and his fastball missing upstairs. Two-0 pitch on the way, and he misses this one outside. Choi can't hang on. Not like it would have made a difference in the call. So 3-0 is the count. Papadopoulos can't bring it down into the zone, so it's a 4-pitch walk to Rafael Garza.
Batting next to catcher,
Jeremy Ildefonso stepping in for the 3rd time today. He's 0 for 2, reached on an error his last time up.
Little bit of a breeze going from right to left field.
Papadopoulos, a big slider. I'm sorry, big curveball, I should say, actually. Drops it in for a strike, and when he's pitching well, his breaking stuff is moving a lot.
Even with the wind, his lateral movement was still there.
Gets that same movement again, but he can't get the call. Looked really good. Last time I saw Papadopoulos pitch, it was against Addison Trail. And he had some lively movement, seeing that kind of again. Fires a fastball inside. Jumping out of the way is Ildefonso. So 2-1 is the count. Papadopoulos throws over. Checking on Garza at first. Not going to get him as he dives back safely. Papadopoulos comes set and fouled off to the right side. Ildefonso just throws his bat at the ball, able to catch a piece of it. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Papadopoulos checks on Garza at first. Comes set. Throws back again. Papadopoulos comes set. Here's the pitch. Hit on the ground. Fleming charges. Only going to get 1. The wise, smart decision there, as some pretty good speed on Garza. Slides in safely to second. There was not even an attempt.
Looked somewhat like a double play ball, but like you said, smart move there from Fleming. Just get the easy out at first. They got a large cushion to work with. No need to
Manny
risk it.
Diotis back up to bat again. So he was a starter, so he's allowed to re-enter the game. This one on the ground, wild pitch, throw down to third. Did they get him? No, they didn't. That was close. Chael thought he had it. Kaminsky thought it was good as well. Papadopoulos comes set, and Diotis a wave and a miss, and the runner's coming home. Throw. Papadopoulos can't get the tag on him. He couldn't catch the ball. Just popped out of the glove. Still got Diotis to chase. That's the first strike. One and one on its way, and it's another pitch that's near the other batter's box. Bounces up into the net. Now 2-1. Papadopoulos comes set, goes to the changeup there, and Diotis about a year ahead of that one. Completely swinging through it. The count evens out 2-2. Papadopoulos comes set, and upstairs, ball 3. So the payoff pitch on the way, and just missing on the outside. It's Papadopoulos' second walk of the inning.
As you said, second walk of the inning. A lot of times relievers can struggle when coming out of the pen with a lead as large as this, as just doesn't have the same feel as a tight game.
Now Lewis Stubblefield getting his first at bat. Trying to make something happen here as Papadopoulos, his first offering's a fastball right down the middle that he can't catch up to and fouls it straight back into the net. Stubblefield entered the game for Aaron Orozco. Was not a great day for Orozco. Had that drop ball in center field, and in his second at bat, took one right down the middle with 2 strikes. So Stubblefield getting an opportunity here. Pitch on the way is a slider that he hits well into right center field, splitting the gap, and Diotis going to hold at second base. Giorno throws it in, and Pazinski's going to cut it off. Nice piece of hitting there from Lewis Stubblefield. So there's runners on first and second now. And it'll be James White. This is the arm we saw warming up in the pen. So Guzman is out. White is in. So, first pitch on the way, and White fouls it off. So if White does go in and pitch, that'll mean Diotis will go to right field.
Maybe looking at a double switch with a pitching change?
So the rule in high school is when your starters exit, they can re-enter again. I've just never really seen... You normally see in a blowout game, you'll pull your starters at bat, and then usually if they come back, you just send them to play the field again. But I haven't seen you go a couple around the full rotation as this one's hit softly on the ground. Papadopoulos comes up, fires to first in time, and that'll do it. That'll end the inning. So Papadopoulos works out of a little bit of traffic, but not before the Knights tag 1 run on 1 hit. We head to the top of the 7th here, 8-1 your score. Top of the 7th inning here. We're coming to the closing moments of this baseball game, and Jackson Bowie stepping in as this is James White's first batter, and he throws a fastball up and in, and Bowie has to duck out of the way. White enters for what I assume will probably just be 1 inning of work. And Bowie hits this first one on the ground, and good play by Coach Pitlock over there. Getting his hand down and snagging that one up.
Didn't lose the clipboard either.
Looking at his dugout, he's like, are you not entertained? 1-1 the count here. White coming set and misses outside. So 2-1.
We've got a game update. The JV Dukes won 16-1 against Proviso West at Proviso.
Shout out Henry Mead. As this one's flared and it'll fall. Bowie's got a base hit, and he's aboard. Starts off the inning with a leadoff single. And now Jack Kaminsky, his second at-bat of the day. Henry Mead, our proud our lone representative that plays baseball.
That'll bring up
Varsity
Jack
team
Kaminsky.
faces off against Proviso West tomorrow. They host them here. Or Naperville North. Or Central. Thanks, Coach Mundell. White comes set as Kaminsky takes it inside. 1-0 is the count. Matt Young, the scheduled starter for tomorrow.
Matt Young, only a sophomore, getting quality reps at the varsity level tomorrow.
Second pitch is called for a strike. So Young splits time between sophomore and varsity. Today he's with the sophomore team. He only comes and pitches for varsity on his scheduled starts. White checks back at first, comes set. Here's the pitch, and Kaminsky going to take it upstairs. Two balls, one strike is the count. White gets his sign, looks over to Bowie at first. Coming set, here's the offering, and Kaminsky hits this one right to the second baseman. Flipped to short for one, throw to first in time, and Kaminsky grounds into a double play. 4-6-3, and now quickly there's 2 outs, and it'll be Mason Shorter pinch hitting for Josh Fleming.
Pitch hitter for York, it's number 16, Mason Shorter.
So Shorter picking up his first at-bat of the game as he's in for Fleming. Coach Bible telling me Shorter's the shortest one in his family, but he comes from a family of a lot of tall people. I mean, look at him out there. He's got to be at least 6'2", Griffin, but
All I'm seeing is a really big strike zone right now.
got twin brothers that are freshmen. They are very tall, and his older brother was a walk-on tight end at Purdue. He's about 6'7", was a volleyball player, exceptional volleyball player in his time at York. First offering into Shorter is going to be low for a ball.
James White has to be grinning ear to ear looking at this strike zone. Shorter very postured up, too, not making it any easier on himself.
Can't find the zone in these first 2 pitches. Was low and then now inside to Shorter. On its way. Shorter tops this one, and it's too much for the third baseman Diotis to handle. Shorter spins around. Diotis pretty poorly positioning himself there, but Shorter hit that pretty hard, so he'll get a base hit with that one. But you know, in Diotis' mind, that's a play he's got to make. Shorter picks up the knock. Now Gami looking to advance the runner with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. First offering on the way, and Gami takes strike 1. 0 for 1 today, has 3 walks. has scored 2 runs and has 2 stolen bases. One official at bat that's logged. It's a strikeout in 3 pitches as he takes a ball in the dirt for ball 1. White comes set. Here's the pitch, and it's up and into Gami. So 2 balls, 1 strike. White gets the sign. The pitch on its way is in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. Shorter will go to second base standing up. And now it's 3 balls and 1 strike to Drew Gami.
White just needs 1 more out to get out of this inning. Trying to get it right here.
Comes set, here's the pitch, and Gami pokes this one over the head of the second baseman into right field, and Shorter racing home. Is he going to get there? Yes, he will. Shorter gets home in time. Gami, a little flare, drives in another run as it's 9-1, and Marco Giorno now the batter.
Up next, the New York lineup.
Watch out.
Did everything you needed to do there, Griffin. Just got that bat barrel on the ball. Just enough.
Wasn't a super hard hit ball, but perfect amount. Dropped it right in between the right fielder and the second baseman. Like you said, did exactly what he needed to do. And now watch out for Gami on the base path as he likes to push things with his speed.
Like I mentioned, Gami already has 2 stolen bases today. Giorno awaits his first offering, and it's right there for strike 1. Doesn't swing at the fastball. It's 9-1. Maybe they've got take till you get a strike here. White checks on the runner. Gets his sign as Giorno lays off the low and away changeup, and it's now a ball and a strike. Coming set, here's the pitch, and look out, and it drills Giorno. It's going to be the 3rd hit batter by this IC pitching staff. Now Colby Baird is going to hit for Owen Chale.
It's been his courtesy runner all day, now getting an appearance at the plate.
Steal one of his at-bats. White comes set. The first offering to Baird is up and away, ball 1. So now first and second. It's been quite a long inning for James White here on the mound as Baird pokes this one foul off to the left side.
As you said, very long inning. He's been stuck with 2 outs for a while now. Keeps peppering with that final out, and then the Duke's offense just finding a way to keep it at bay.
1-1 offering from White on the way is outside ball 2. This is how his innings gone so far. Single, 4-6-3 double play, single, and then now a hit batsman. Now there's 2 men on. Still, he's got 2 outs. And Baird at the plate takes a strike, so now the count moves to 2-2. So Colby's got to protect now.
Visibly upset with himself there. The minute the ball hit the catcher's mitt, he knew the bat had to leave his shoulder on that pitch.
Swung on and missed. Baird chasing outside, and White ends an inning only giving up 1 run on 3 hits. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. The Dukes 3 outs away from defeating their crosstown rivals here at the York Baseball Field. 9-1 your score here on York Sports Network. Jack Hansman, the new pitcher here for the Dukes. He's got a comfortable 9-1 lead over the ICCP Knights as Dukes are in line to pick up a win here. Just need 3 outs. Top of the order, though, for Hansman as it's Max Russ. Russ 0 for 2 with a walk in today's affair. Hansman's first pitch, it's a breaking ball that's inside. Hansman comes set and goes inside again, so look out, Max Russ nearly hitting him in the shin. 2-0 the count. As Russ skies it. Right side, Fleming calling for it, and he's going to make the play with 1 away. That'll continue Russ's struggles at the plate as he's 0 for 3 on the day. And Jaden Gonzalez, 1 for 3 on the day, steps in for the 4th time. Hansman ready before the rest of his team. The umpire calling time. And he fires in a strike to Gonzalez, who's down 0-1. Hansman comes set and goes slider that time. Can't get the call. So 1-1. Hansman fires in a strike on the curveball. Now jumps ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gets a new sign. The 1-2 on its way. Swung on, hit on the ground. Should be playable. Kaminsky comes up, fires it over the head of Lazowski. Goes off the wall. Chail's going to pick it up. They might have a play at second. Fleming applies the tag. He gets under it. Just gets the foot in, so a throwing error from Kaminsky, and now there's a man in scoring position with 1 away.
That'll bring up left fielder, Kane.
So
Tagliavia.
Tagliavia now stepping in once again, and he hits this one on the ground. Pazinski gets it, flips it to third, high throw, not in time. It was the right decision, but it was not a good throw to Kaminsky, who doesn't have enough time to apply that tag as it was a high throw from LP. So, runners on the corners.
2 up next. Cleanup hitter, third baseman Lewis Barber.
So it'll be an infield single for Tagliavia. Firing in a strike to Barber is Hansman. This one checks his swing, throws down to second, and the tag is not there from Pazinski. So stolen base for Tagliavia, and holding at third is going to be Gonzalez. Hansman fired a ball the last pitch, and this time he goes to the breaking stuff, and it's a strike. So 1-2 the count.
Ugly base path from what's been a pretty solid inning from Hansman. Hasn't let up any hit, just a couple errors, and then right play by Pazinski, just chose to go to
Last one was
third.
an infield single. But yeah, you get the throwing error, so that puts a man in scoring position. 2-2. Hansman trying to work out of it, and his slider way outside, so now the count is full. Hansman in desperate need of an out here. Last thing Coach Pitlock wants to do is use another arm when they've got a ton of games the rest of this series, or this week. flied out into left field. Catch is made. Runner will tag. Not really going to matter. The run doesn't mean anything. Luckily, Hansman gets that second out that he so desperately needed.
Shortstop, Rafael Garza.
That run gives the Knights something to write home about.
It's their second run. And now Rafael Garza, the last hope here for this squad. Comes set, and Hansman starts him off with a breaking ball for strike number 1. Oh, 1 on the way from Hansman. It goes back to the breaking ball. Hit on the ground. Kaminsky going to cut it off. Sidesteps, throws to first. Lazowski can't scoop it out of the dirt. So yet another error for this Dukes defense, and Hansman's 1 inning continues.
Once again, Hansman only letting up that infield single, but this inning just can't seem to end for him.
Number 14, Jeremy Ildefonso.
Tagliavia advances to third. So now it's runners on the corners following Garza reaching on the error. Hansman comes set. Fires it in and outside for ball number 1. Ildefonso, the catcher, 0 for 3 in today's affair. Hansman, and he gets a wave and a miss. Goes to the changeup in the dirt, and Ildefonso 1-1 the count. Hansman comes set. Runner goes. Swung on and missed, and it's... Or no, they're going to call it a foul ball. Say he gets a piece of it there. So runner has to go back to first. So 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Hansman just needs 1 more. Comes set. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And that'll do it as the Dukes are going to win 9-2 over the IC Knights. A really solid team win. Griff, any last thoughts?
Just a good win from the Dukes. A couple teaching points, a couple errors in the field, but otherwise just a solid win for the Dukes and good showing from them.
Absolutely, and that'll do it for us here. Your final in Elmhurst, York 9, IC 2. York scoring 9 runs on 13 hits. They had 5 errors. And IC with scoring 2 runs on 5 hits with 1 error. Your losing pitcher tonight, Manny Diotis, only able to go 2 innings and giving up 4. Jack Bodak tosses 5 scoreless frames and picks up the win for the Dukes. That'll do it for us here. Alongside Griffin, Hanna, I've been Connor Choi. Thank you so much for tuning in. And always remember, go Dukes.